Sonic the Hedgehog is brilliant, and so is Sonic the Hedgehog, but Sonic the Hedgehog is the absolute worst Sonic game ever made. This ignominy of the universe needs to be buried in the darkest region on Pluto. Now, as retarded as 3 different Sonic games, all with the exact same name is, must this pile of Hedgehog shit be one of them? Like, what if a shitty Mario game, another shitty Mario game is made, and named Super Mario Brothers? It's a shameful disgrace! Anyway, there's too many characters, they're all annoying, worthless, stupid, wimpy, ugly, Play-Doh looking, devoid of any fun, they all suck, and I want to turn them all into Inuit clothing. Now, back in the days, Sonic and Tails were the fucking shit. They were Sega stars, and the only ones that rocked. But too bad they didn't ride the shit train like everyone else. Now Sonic's all stretched out like Gumby, and Tails' tails are too big, and they're barely attached to his body. What happened to these? Now, listen to them.
Okay, with your help, this should be a piece of cake.
I'll do my best.
They're more annoying than Slippy Toad.
Thanks, Spot. I thought they had me.
Their lips synchronized with their original Japanese voice, but should have been edited to match the horribly dubbed English. Sometimes, their lips barely move.
I may not know what Eggman's up to, but it can't be a good thing.
If that's not bad enough, they constantly repeat the dumbest lines.
That tornado's carrying a car. Whoa, that's a big one.
Tails used to be so cool. As cute and adorable that he was badass. And that was his charm. But he's not a super powerful fox anymore. Now, it's logical that he can't fly forever, but couldn't he at least slowly descend to the ground like before? Now he makes a wimpy moaning noise, drops like a pancake into the water without a splash, screams like a little girl, and drowns because, like Sonic, he doesn't know how to swim. He can only attack by throwing dummy ring bombs. It's so stupid. Imagine if Mario could only attack by throwing dummy coin bombs. They're infinitely crammed up his ass, and look, he can't even pick them back up. Couldn't he at least pick them back up, but not have his ring count increase? At least that would make a little more sense. Also, throwing them is awkward because you keep accidentally switching to first person mode. Bottom line, Tails should kick ass by using himself. There should be no dummy ring bombs. Shadow runs like he's rollerblading, sounds like he's whispering.
Have you guys discovered anything?
And why would he drive vehicles when he runs faster? It makes as much sense as Kirby sucking up enemies with a giant vacuum. Jumping into the vehicles can be a real bitch, because sometimes the buttons won't respond. Look, bullets are flying up my ass, and he just won't jump in. Skunk fucker! Come on! Jump in, damn it! Finally! It's like the Warthog, and it looks fun, but trust me, it annoyingly sucks. The controls are stiff and slippery, and you can never slow down fast enough. Damn it! Give me a break! Literally, so I can actually slow down.
I need to get out of here quickly.
This horrible truck needs to get out of here quickly. Are you kidding me?
No!
You didn't need to answer that, Shadow. We all knew the answer. Silver looks like a mutated owl and sounds like Chuck E. Cheese with a clothespin on his nose.
Time for you to disappear, Iblis Trigger!
But if you're not careful, he'll toss you around against the sides of an invisible box. He would be the lamest excuse for an additional hedgehog, but no, this guy takes the bigger portion of the cake. He looks like Shadow, but he's actually another hedgehog. I mean, how many of them do we need? Soon, there'll be enough for Supersonic Hedgehog Brothers. Then there's Knuckles, who started the chain reaction of additional shitty characters, and Rouge the Bat. Once they climb into a wall, they're like permanently stuck. Get off the wall, you slutty bat bitch! Oh, and they can magically swim in the air. Look at Knuckles. He makes Goofy look professional. There's also Blaze, blazing shit, and others like Amy, who thankfully only make appearances. Now, remember when Sonic didn't suck? Remember the incredible speed, mighty music, checkered ground, springs, rings, loops, waterfalls, totem poles, palm trees, oceans, tubes, lava, ice, and how every single square inch was enriched with majestic dreamlike atmospheres beyond imagination? That was a long time ago. Now, think for a moment. What should Sonic be like? This or this? Do you feel like you're looking at a Sonic game? No, you don't. Absolutely nothing about this catastrophic abomination resembles the classics, and Link would be less out of place in Care-a-Lot. Sonic doesn't belong here, and that's exactly why he isn't here, because this is Sonic, not this. The town is also a horribly bad ripoff of Delfino Plaza. Everything is similar, especially the buildings. Oh, and look, even the portals preview the levels. It's an insult to Mario and Sonic at the exact same time. Even worse, it annoyingly serves as a constant interruption between the levels, which aren't as bad as this, but that's not saying much. That's like saying a pile of moose shit is better than a pile of cow shit. Anyway, couldn't I at least play the damn levels consecutively, the way all levels should be played? The only exception is having to return to the Mushroom Kingdom, because it's magic. But this is a hideous pile of fucking shit, and having to return to it is the biggest waste of time. It's like the bad commercials that interrupt a bad movie. Towns and cities need to dazzle with that Sonic atmosphere. The directions are stupefyingly, moronically idiotic.
Sonic, can you hear me?
Unfortunately,
Knuckles wants to see you.
send them a photo of my blue ass.
Head to the town's warehouse.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know where the town's warehouse is? The town is too big, everything looks exactly the same, and the map is useless because the only thing it pinpoints is your location. So let's face it, you're always gonna be lost, and believe me, I'd rather be lost at the worst place of Antarctica. No, not like this. Never mind. Now, the humans are monstrosities, don't belong in the Sonic universe, and need to be massacred immediately. They're absolutely retarded. And clones are everywhere, silently expressing how shitty this game is. Everyone knows you can't have a Sonic game without an accordion player. Now, the worst of them all is Elise. This half-white, half-orange slut shares a romantic relationship with Sonic. I can't watch this. I'm afraid this nightmare is going to lead to animated hentai bestiality or something. Like the nerd always said, what were they thinking? I hope Amy beats the shit out of this fucking bitch that needs to go back to Final Fantasy where she came from.
If you have time to worry, then run.
The missions aren't retarded, they're vegetables. In this one, all you have to do is keep talking to the first person you see, and that's it. Nothing else.
That was incredible.
Yeah, an incredible piece of shit! Now, why is there a store in a Sonic game, and why does it sell only one of one item that only benefits me? It's not like anyone else is gonna buy the light chip. What is Tails doing? Look, even the soccer ball sinks without a splash. What a fucking circus. Loading screens are everywhere, and you can actually beat a few levels from the classics before the end. Look at the random instructions that should only exist in the manual. They're simplified to the point where they don't make any sense. The graphics are realistically ugly when they should be stunningly cartoonish. The level design is bad. Almost nothing is reminiscent of the classics. There's a lot of pop-up. Tree, no tree. Tree, no tree. Invisible walls are everywhere. There's no rumble. Look how bad the camera is. A chimpanzee would handle the camera better. At least the music matches the sceneries. But that's exactly why they're worse than Alvin and the Chipmunks singing with allergies and alarm clocks. The collision detection sucks. You won't find the glitches will find you. Half the game is nothing but button tapping and cinematics glued together. Why would you run through these loops when you don't have to and there's nothing to collect? Sonic doesn't leave footprints in the sand anymore, slides like he's figure skating, and never runs as fast as he used to. He looks like he runs even slower because of the overly stretched dimensions of the levels. Instead of the robots resembling animals like they should, they resemble unwanted crap deleted from Metroid Prime. Some of the rings are impossible to get. They wouldn't be so difficult if the camera didn't change angles or if the controls weren't so bad. Yes! No! Fuck Nozzle! Now look at this! Sonic outruns this orca, jumps on flying pieces of wood, jumps on the orca's fin, and now logically, you'd assume that Jackie Chan's gonna jump to that nearby island. But no, instead, he clings onto the fin like a frightened cat, and now Tails has to save him. It's the lamest excuse to force you to play as Tails, who should have been following my ass to begin with. And what was he doing, randomly standing by the edge of the dock? To save Sonic, you hit the switch. But why would you want to spoil the fun? Okay, why is there even a gate here? Am I in a fucking aquarium? And why was it left open to begin with? Now look at that! It doesn't even fully close. Why doesn't this stupid orca just swim underneath or go around? Look at it! How the fuck could it block the way?
Nothing makes any logical sense. How did Sonic know the orca was trying to escape? Why did the orca try to escape the second Sonic jumped on its spin? Why weren't the other orcas trying to escape? And why didn't Sonic try to set them free instead of keeping them imprisoned? I mean, what an asshole!
Thank you, Tails. You saved me.
No, he didn't! You saved yourself by jumping away and defeated the entire purpose of having to play as Tails. Now, could the infinite train, loaded with bullshit, be any longer? Yes. How the hell did he jump from here all the way to here? Now there's no reason why he couldn't jump to that nearby island at the very beginning. If you don't hit the switch, you have to watch this. That was almost 10 seconds of nothing. Why doesn't Sonic jump away like he did before a partially closed gate? The orca disappears into the gate and beneath the water. Now the camera shakes, and this is a cutscene.
Darn, we're not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
Oh, now he runs faster? If he ran faster at the very beginning, he would have caught up by now. 1 up? What's wrong with this? And I die 2 seconds later? Why are they replaced by empty containers? What a crap full of fuck platypus. Okay, so I beat the level, but why does Sonic stop and pose in the middle of the chase? Remember the feather scene from Forrest Gump? Hard not to, isn't it? Riding the snowboard looks fun, but trust me, it sucks more than a vacuum. The controls are horrible. Fuck! It's like riding a unicycle wearing a sumo suit moving a horse on a baby stroller through a bunch of winding hills. No, don't go up! Oh, come on! It didn't even hit me! Well, now I'm fucked. What? You could go right through it? What? I died? Now, before, the lamest excuse forced you to play as Tails, but now, for absolutely no reason at all, you're simply just forced to play as him. And that's actually worse because, well, they didn't even try! Fuck! Also, if Tails was already about halfway through the level, then why didn't he just finish it by himself without waiting for Sonic? Are they trying to save the world, or are they baton racing with invisible batons? Well, I couldn't tell you exactly what they're doing. Why? Because the story is a completely illogical fucking encyclopedia.
If we don't return in time, Elise will die on board Eggman's battleship. That means you travel back even further in time. I mean, if you can travel through time, then why should you worry about it? I mean, why should you run about it? Oh, you're gonna love this one. Shadow jumps into this portal. Oh, you son of a bitch. And out comes Rouge the Bat. We? What do you mean, we? Shadow jumped into the portal. I don't know where the fuck you came from. Now, this is where the game really takes it up the ass. Dying is easier than the kindergarten math test. Believe me, you don't want to fuck around in this death playground. Everything wants you dead. The almost unavoidable obstacles on the road and falling debris that comes out of nowhere and hits you in a fraction of a second, the camera by changing angles, the bad frame rate by making you run faster than the camera and crash into objects, and ironically, even the rings, because when you magically glide through them, the straightforward momentum hurls you into even more objects. Also, if you stay too close to the edges, you die. If you jump too early, you die. If you jump too late, you die. And because you can only jump straight if you jump at the wrong angle, you die. You will die again and again and again and again and again. I can't take it anymore.
This game is a disgrace to the Hedgehog's legacy. Why is it so bad? Why is it so fucking atrocious? I have more fun being trapped underneath 2 Triceratops fucking while one of them takes a diarrhea on my face. It's vomited hedgehog poison shit, diluted mushy green, partially undigested rotting cow shit. It sucks. It really sucks. It super fucking sucks, so much super fucking gorilla fuck. It fucking sucks itself inside out, infinitely beyond imagination, and makes black holes explode. And I think it's a pile of poop.